The American University of Beirut, AUB, is known for its splendid campus, studded with old trees, both indigenous and exotic, like pine, oak, olive, and banyan trees, and its state-of-the-art education, leading to a special commitment to SDG 4, quality education. At the same time, AUB as a whole, but particularly the Faculty of Agricultural and Food Sciences, FAFS, has a unique commitment to SDGs 3, 6, 7, and 12, good health and well-being, clean water and sanitation, affordable clean energy, and responsible consumption and production. Its WEFRA initiative combines health and renewable resources to the water-energy-food nexus. This particular call for paper strikes a special chord because it allows us to combine many of these aspects in one project. AUB spreads over a moderately steep incline from the foot of Ras Beirut Hill to the sea, making it one of the last remaining relatively uninterrupted green spaces in Beirut. Almost like a protected area by default, many indigenous species find refuge and symbiotically inhabit the terrain. A bit like Dali, its uphill neighbor with the famous stacks, the Pigeon Rocks. The Dali area, currently contested by civil society against construction projects, a movement spearheaded by many AUB alumni. It's a tiny habitat to a host of endemic species of flora and fauna. Over the years, and endowed with a generous swell, the botanical varieties grew richer, with the big trees giving shelter from sea spray, allowing for a splendidly varied garden. The karst system, sourcing the well, under the stress of intensive exploitation and unsustainable urbanization, finally gave, and the sea crept upwards, turning Beirut Front's freshwater wells brackish. In the last decade alone, salinity in AUB's well increased from around 2,600 parts per million to more than 6,000 ppm, which means that the botanical garden in its current state can only survive if the well water is diluted, requiring intensive outsourcing. Daily freshwater purchases of 400 cubic meters are needed on average, irrigation requirements included. Gradual transplantation of cover plants with higher salinity tolerance has been taking place, like using Wedelia trilobata, Carissa, and turkey tangle as cover plants, which has reduced the requirements for irrigation. But the exponential rise in salinity requires a quicker, stauncher action plan. Highly salt-tolerant plants like agave and seagrass, to name just a few, look good by the sea. They can be bred in-house by students and can stand irrigation water directly from the well, with no dilution required. The gain may well exceed the saved monies. A closer look at the ecosystem of Dali shows the typical karstic formation that underlie the geomorphology of Beirut, including the aquifer system. That habitat has no other continuation, since all the green space has been reclaimed by urbanization, making AUB conveniently situated downhill and downwind from Dali, the only ally available. Returning the seacoast flora to AUB campus will present a dearly needed extension to the Dali ecosystem, where many endemic herptiles, for example, are in dire need of habitat extension. The benefits naturally extend from life on land, SDG 15, to life below water, SDG 14, providing a much needed continuity to the slowly receding structure of human life, as surrounded by the elements it needs for survival. The ominous disappearance of indigenous and endemic species create an imbalance we cannot afford, and which the brackish wells are only the start.